Hello everybody, Salty Sweet Ren here, and I am back with another episode of the Sims 3 Create Your Cat series. Yes, I know, it has been such a long time since the last one, and I'm so sorry. A lot of stuff came up in real life. I know I've posted like a comment in the last Warrior Cats episode explaining that, even though the episode itself was recorded way long before it came out. Anyway, I'm back now though, and hopefully, if The Sims 3 will let me, I can continue to do this every other week or so. But, even if it doesn't work, I'm gonna be trying to, like, find some other alternatives. But anyway, for those who don't know what this is, or might be new to the channel, this is a little series I do where I take the cats that you guys, the viewers, have submitted, and I do my best to recreate them within The Sims 3. They can be your original characters, they can be cats you just made up off the top of your head, they can be based on real-life cats that you own, whatever you can think of, and I'll do my best to recreate them. And the cats that you've submitted will eventually be added to the World of My Warrior Cats series in time. They can be loners, kitty pets, rogues, wanderers, possibly even former clan cats, just like the cats that began the whole thing. They might join the clans at some points. They might just show up as like little wanderers here and there, just little cameo appearance. Sometimes they might force themselves into the story the same way that Joan kind of did, but other times they might just appear and then disappear after a little while. Either way, there is a form that you can use to submit your cats over on my website, which is still technically under construction. I should probably get back to working on that. You can use that to submit a cat, and if you have already submitted a cat there, or you can't access that form for whatever reason, feel free to leave a comment down below with the cat's name and a brief description of their appearance and personality, and they'll be added to another list of cats I will get to at some point. As a reminder, I can only do 2 cats at a time because it's all my game can handle. And I cannot create kits. I can create cats that are like right at 6 moons, basically apprentice age, but I cannot create kits because there's a lot of technical issues that make the game crash and otherwise. So just keeping that in mind, and speaking of the game's limitations, I should actually probably jump right into this. So let's go ahead and get into this. Alright, so our first cat is Forest Stripe. Forest Stripe is actually submitted by Wolf Cat, and she is a former Thunder Clan cat, so we're going to put down X-Clan. And just so I can remember like which clan each of these is from, I'm going to like put little markers. She's a former Thunder Clan cat, or I'm gonna start doing this so I can remember like where all the cats are originally from. It's just gonna be a little helpful thing for me. And she is a gray tabby she-cat with darker green eyes. She is dedicated to her clan and puts her clan above everything else. And she has between short and medium fur, and is slightly big. She is sleek and soft looking, and slightly bigger than the average cat's size. So I think that this might actually be a decent base, probably. I don't know. I'll look for another. Okay, my mouse is also having some trouble. I've got to get used to that. My mouse is giving me a little bit of issues. Let's see, a sleek-looking, medium fur sort of base, slightly bigger than the average cat. I can use this and, like, modify them to be a little bit bigger as well. The coat. Please do not crash on me, thank you. I'll go down to just, like, the white base coat, because it's easiest to modify. And please work. Please do not crash. Okay, we're here. Gonna remove that little marking. And let's go to gray. See, I'm gonna go to like a direct gray, but let's see, I could do a little bit off somehow, like a little bit more like that, perhaps. I like doing slightly off shades of gray just so that it has like a little bit more variation. Let's see, I can kind of pull it down around here. And she is a tabby, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab the tabby stripes. These are kind of like a soft tabby sort of stripe. I can use that and darken them quite a bit. And face stripes as well will be useful. Like so. But as usual, I like to do a little bit more. Like, this is already a gray tabby, but why not play around a little bit more, make them look a little bit more unique? I always do that anyway. So let me go ahead, grab something to kind of pull underneath. Why not kind of lighten up the chest a bit? It would still be gray, but I might do it like a bit of a lighter gray, just kind of brighten that up just a bit. Maybe a little bit more. It's not white, it's still a pale color. It just kind of blends in a bit. Okay, I'm actually gonna... I forgot I had that going there. I can do that. Underneath the fur, I'm also gonna put some markings. Ooh, I should actually like do some on the legs as well, just slightly a bit lighter. There's like one that looks kind of faded, like this. If I lower the opacity on it, like so, and I can do it for the other legs as well. Hind legs. Can do it there. And I can do it there. That's fun. And let's see, underneath the fur, I can do some markings of some sort. Ooh, you know what I could do? I could take this and make it more of a grayish color. I'm gonna lower the opacity on that so it's a little less visible. It's more of a brownish gray than the kind of more mossy gray that I was using for the rest of the cat. But I do like that. Kind of gives like a little bit more of a unique appearance, which is fun. You can kind of see that underneath the stripes, but it's also just kind of blended into the fur, which is always super fun. I want to keep that coloring for sure, and I want to like do something fun. Okay, I'm lowering the opacity for sure. I could actually just pull it right here. The reason I'm doing it like there is because it kind of like blends into the fur a little bit better. Before, the head was just kind of like suddenly like much paler than the rest. This kind of makes it look a little bit more blended. I could also like make it like a lot darker on the back as well, like this. If I lower the opacity, it's a very fun look, very different, but it's very fun. And that's what I really love doing with these cats, is just like taking like what would normally be a simple design and like giving it a lot more depth and layer. I feel like this should probably be like a shade darker, actually, so it stands out just a bit more. Yeah, that works. That actually looks super cool. I really like that. It's been so long since I've last done this. I've missed this. Okay, fur shape. You have medium. You have short, medium fur. So if I kind of pull up something around there, you're very sleek looking. So pull down the density. That looks about right for fur length, actually. The cat that I chose? Okay, please work. Okay. As long as I don't need to go back into coat color, we're in the clear. So let's go ahead and start modifying the body shape. And let's see. You are slightly bigger than average, is what it said. So let's go and bring you up to where about the T on here. Slightly larger than average cat. Maybe just like a tad larger. There we go. Just slightly larger than average. Let's see. Actually, I might tweak you just a bit bigger. I think I'll make Killian a little bit smaller when I get to them. Let's see. Body thickness. I'm gonna give you a little bit more muscle. ThunderClan cats are kind of like known for being like the bigger, stronger cats. Not all of them, but most of them are kind of like known for that. I think that's all I really can think of wanting to do for the body shape, head shape. Let's see. I do want to make you a bit unique, so give you a little bit of ear flop. Ear shape, we can kind of tweak this, have a bit more of an alert look to you. Just kind of tweak some stuff here and there. Muzzle height shape. Just kind of like leave it like that, I think is good. The nose, I'm gonna pull a little closer to gray, I think. The eyes I need to do. The eyes are a darker green, so let's open this up and go to the green and kind of darken that. Let's see, this one I always want to have just a bit lighter so I can actually like see the eye color. But everything else is going to be a darker color. This I can also kind of like leave a little bit lighter. Yeah, that's a very pretty shade of green. Look at that. Those are some very pretty eyes. I'm really liking the way that Forest Stripe looks. I'm not doing a whole ton of tweaking because I do need my game to run properly. But between what I am doing and genetics in the game, like, stuff should still turn out pretty fun looking. So, she puts her clan above everything else. She is precise and a really good hunter. And her focus on tasks is unmatched, but she is also generous and likes to help others. So, right off the bat, hunter is one of the first things that stands out. I want to say genius kind of works because she's always putting like her focus into doing stuff for the clan and everything. I really wish that loyal was a trait, but at the same... I get why they don't do it for cats. But at the same time, it'd be very useful for, like, to have, like, some sort of cat trait that, like, it says, like, they always, like, are closer to their friends. I might have to just go with friendly, as usual. To, like, be... That's kind of our go-to loyal trait. Except it doesn't always work. It doesn't always work the way I want it to, in terms of being loyal. Because, like, being friendly prevents you from, like, actively going and fighting, like, in defense. Whether it's, like, for defense or something. I don't know. I'm gonna give you a slightly deeper voice, I think. And you were submitted by Wolfcat. So this is Forest Stripe. And with Forest Stripe done, I'm going to move on to Killian. Alright, our next cat is Killian, who is a Tom. And Killian is actually... doesn't say... Does it say, like, were you a former kitty pet or a wanderer? Or... Yeah, born a kitty pet, so I'm gonna put down kitty pet for now. Or, I guess I should put down ex-kitty pet, because you haven't been one for a while. I'll just put wanderer for now. And let's see, it says that Killian is a really dark brown Tom, whose fur is so dark brown it looks almost black. And he has green-tinged yellow eyes, and also has medium fur, and is also very sleek and soft-looking. And also bigger than the average cat size. So I'm gonna, once again, find something that works a little bit better than this calico cat here, in terms of being a pretty, sleek-looking cat. Chartreuse is a fun one to play with, I think. Different enough from the other cat I was working with, whose name I can't remember. Come on, coat color, work, work, work. Okay. If I go down to the whites, select, and... Come on, please, 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 please. Okay, yes, this is working so far. Okay, so you are a very dark brown to the point you look almost black. So we're gonna pull up some shade of brown. And bring it to the point where it's almost black, without quite being black. If I pull that down just a little bit more... Okay, it looks a little bit unusual, but I'm also going to be doing a little bit of my typical pattern stuff that I do. Like, come on, let me stretch this out. Okay, if I pull this up here... I'm gonna tweak it to a slightly different shade of brown. Put it here, I'm gonna lower the opacity on it. So it is there, it's just not quite noticeable. Gonna duplicate that on the other side. This is kind of my favorite go-to for just giving the cat like a little bit more depth to their fur. I know I always do this, but it works. Like, you look at the cat from the side and you're like, oh, that's, like, they're technically a solid color cat, but you can, like, see a little bit of where the fur kind of, when it hits the light just right, that you can tell, oh, hey, there is something going on with the fur. Let's see, and the face as well, I kind of want to do something with. Can lower the opacity on the face just a bit more. Actually, you know what I should do? Is actually get a facial marking. Like this. Just have it be like that. And lower the opacity on it. I'm gonna pull that down even more for now. It's more a matter of like when it hits the light just right. Also gonna grab this, and this I'm gonna deliberately make a little bit lighter just so I can actually like, see the jaw on this cat. This is deliberately gonna be a bit of a lighter color. Just so I can actually see that jaw. Because not being able to see it, for me at least, gets a little unusual and annoying. That's what I was going for, is annoying. I cannot talk, it's been so long for me. Okay. Let me actually get to like a full body point so I can actually see what I'm doing here with you. Alright, so... you are a medium length cat. Medium for length cat. I might actually go slightly long. But you're also very sleek looking, it says. Might actually tweak this a little shorter. So I can play with a little bit more of this without it, like, affecting the fur length too much. I think that works. It's kind of hard to tell against the dark brown of the barn behind. And we're in the clear! Awesome! Okay, so now to advanced mode. You also are slightly larger than average. You I'm gonna bring up to the T on here. You... I might actually decrease the next scale on a bit. Yeah, that I do like having it a little less floofy. Tail thickness I actually might increase though. Because I do like that being a little bit more floofy. Let's see, body thickness, I might actually tweak down just a bit. Not by a ton, just a little. Stomach scale. I'll actually pull that in just a tad. The head. Do I want to do anything special with the head? Head shape. Something, I guess. Skull shape. Sure. Why not? Let's see. Let's play a little bit with the ears as well. Can do slightly floppy. Pull them all the way to the top of the head. It's just very fun looking. Where is ear shape? There it is. So we can do that. In ear scale, we can actually increase a bit. Because why not? Eye shape. I think I'm going to go a little bit more of a serious look for you. Shrink the eye scale a bit. Actually, I'm going to shrink the ears now. That's what was throwing me off this whole time, is the fact that you had such big eyes that just didn't kind of match what I was seeing. I might do less floppy, actually. The amount of flop that I did was overkill. Just a little bit of flop. A little bit of flop works. The eyes are going to be a yellow-green color. Yellow tinged with green is what it says, so start with that. Something like that. This I'm gonna bring more towards yellow. And there we have yellow tinged with green eyes. Very pretty. I like that. The nose is all the way at the darkest it can go. Why not make it like a little bit smaller? Why not? We can also change the muzzle height shape to be a little bit more sturdy. Ah, my phone just turned off, and that's where I've got all the stuff. Okay. How about like that? I think I really like the way Killian looks, actually. Like, why don't you get up, and I can give you a little bit of a spin. That is a very handsome cat. Look at you, Killian. I don't think I've been recording for very long, have I? Well, kind of. I kind of have. Anyway. Killian is described as being kind and friendly, though he is pretty playful and quite funny. He was born a kitty pet, but when he met Forest Stripe, she told him about the clans and offered to train him in their traditions. He likes to tell stories and jokes and tries to lighten every serious conversation. Eventually, Killian and Forest Stripe became mates, and they have an unbreakable bond and work really well together. They're almost inseparable. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the friendly and playful traits right off the bat. So we've got that, and I'm going to put down adventurous as well, I think. It seems like it would be a good fit. Yeah, look at that. And I'll give you a slightly lower voice as well. And you were also submitted by Wolfcat. So thank you, Wolfcat. Thank you so much for submitting both Forest Stripe and Killian. Hopefully these two will turn up at some point in the future. But these are the only cats I'm doing for this episode. I'm always just going to be doing 2 cats an episode. Thankfully my game did not crash even once so far, and I hope I didn't jinx myself when I go to save these cats. But anyway, that's actually looking good for doing future episodes of this series. So if you guys enjoyed watching this episode of the Sims 3 Create Your Cat series, please be sure to go ahead and hit the like button and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Feel free to submit a cat if you haven't already. And go ahead and hit subscribe, and you can watch more of my videos when they come out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe out there, everyone.